Greetings, dear viewers. Today, I want to share a profound message that comes straight from the heart of the divine, a message that God has been imparting to humanity throughout the ages, a message that speaks to our times more than ever before. This message warns us about the unnatural activities we see all around us, the disregard for the natural order that has been put in place by God, and the consequences of straying from His divine wisdom. We are in a time when these unnatural forces are becoming increasingly evident in the way we treat the earth, the oceans, and one another. But God, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, has always provided guidance, offering us the opportunity to align ourselves with His will. The question we must ask ourselves is, will we heed the divine message, or will we continue down a path of destruction? In the Holy Scriptures, we are warned that when humankind goes astray, when we begin to disrespect the natural world and defy the order set by God, we set in motion a series of consequences that will not be easily undone. We see this playing out today as we witness the degradation of the environment, the rise of unchecked technologies, and the moral and ethical dilemmas that challenge our very sense of humanity. But God is saying, He is saying to us, that we must return to a place of humility, understanding, and reverence for the world He created. The divine wisdom is simple. God created the heavens and the earth and everything in it in perfect harmony. He gave us dominion over the earth, not to exploit it, but to care for it, to protect it, and to live in harmony with it. But we have strayed far from that purpose. We have seen the damage we have inflicted on the land, the air, and the water, the very elements that sustain us. And God, in His mercy, is calling us back. Now let us turn our attention to the symbolism of Leviathan, the great creature mentioned in sacred texts, often seen as a powerful and fearsome entity that dwells in the depths of the sea. God, through this image, is warning us of the dangers that lie beneath the surface when we disturb the natural order. Leviathan is not merely a mythical beast. It is a symbol of the forces we awaken when we defy God's laws, when we disturb the balance He has established. God is saying to us, "You have disturbed the balance of my creation. You have taken more than you need, and you have neglected the world I entrusted to you." Just as Leviathan rises from the deep, the forces of chaos will rise when you disregard my wisdom. You cannot continue to exploit the earth and expect no consequences. In the ancient scriptures, God speaks of the Leviathan as a creature of great power, a force that no human can tame. It is a reminder that there are forces in this world far greater than ourselves, forces that are beyond human control. These forces, when disturbed, lead to chaos and destruction. And today, we are witnessing that chaos as we see the breakdown of ecosystems, the pollution of our oceans, the extinction of species, and the degradation of the environment. God is speaking to us now, urging us to turn away from the path of destruction before it is too late. Leviathan represents the untamed and uncontrollable forces of nature, but it also represents the consequences of our actions. It is God's way of showing us that we cannot ignore His laws without facing the repercussions. When we interfere with the natural order, we awaken these forces, and they bring with them suffering. Suffering that is not just felt by the earth, but by all of creation, including humanity itself. God is saying, "Look upon the world I have created. See the beauty and balance of it. It is not for you to destroy, but to protect. You are stewards, not masters, of the earth. I have given you the gift of creation, and it is your responsibility to care for it. Do not awaken the Leviathan within the depths of the earth, for it is a force you cannot control. Honor my creation, live in accordance with my will, and you will know peace. We must understand that God's message is not one of punishment, but of love. He created this world for us to thrive in, to enjoy, and to nurture. But when we stray from His teachings, when we ignore His guidance, we bring upon ourselves the consequences of our actions. The rising of Leviathan is not a force of anger from God, but a natural response to our disobedience, a reminder that there is a divine order in the world, and when we disrupt it, chaos follows. But even in His warnings, God is merciful. He gives us the chance to turn back, to repent, and to restore the balance that we have disturbed. The message is clear. We must return to a place of reverence for the earth, for each other, and for the Creator. We must humble ourselves, recognize that we are not the masters of the world, but its caretakers. And as we begin to live in alignment with God's will, we will see the healing of the earth, the restoration of balance, and the peace that comes from living in harmony with the natural world. God is saying to us, if you seek to know peace, if you seek to know prosperity, if you seek to know true joy, then align yourself with my will. Care for the earth as I have instructed you. Live with compassion for one another and all of my creation. In doing so, you will see my blessings upon you. The forces of Leviathan are not only present in the ocean, but in the very hearts of those who choose to ignore God's wisdom. As long as we continue to exploit nature, as long as we choose pride over humility, we will continue to awaken the destructive forces that lie beneath the surface. But if we choose to honor God's message, to respect His creation, to live in balance with the earth, then we will know peace, and we will see the power of God's grace in every aspect of our lives. In conclusion, God is calling us to remember our purpose as stewards of this world. The message of Leviathan is a warning, but it is also a call to action. We must return to humility, to reverence, and to a life lived in accordance with the divine order. When we do this, we will no longer awaken the chaos that threatens to consume us. Instead, we will bring healing to the world and restore the peace that God intended for us all. May we all heed this message and live in harmony with God's creation. May we walk in His wisdom, care for the earth, and protect the delicate balance that sustains all life. For in doing so, we fulfill the divine purpose for which we were created.